Well, it sounds like some great connections are being made, and I know you guys have lots more to share with each other, but we are going to get started so that we have plenty of time to hear from our speaker today. If you guys can make sure to silence your cell phones. We are so excited to hear from John this morning. John Santo is the very definition of a self-starting doer. Soon after graduating UCF, he landed his first job, realized his passion for design, and quit. John immediately got an internship with an ad firm for $8 an hour, purchased a Mac, studied and taught himself design programs, put together a portfolio, and then got his second job doing what he loved. Today, he is the Vice President of Application Development and User Interaction at Echelon, a company that has developed unique and home fitness products that connect with interactive fitness apps. His keen eye for design, user experience, and overwhelming talent for brand awareness has allowed him to develop brand images and shoot some of the top TV commercials worldwide for everything from Fortune 500s to startups, including brands such as Ron John Surf Shop, Flow Rida, UCF, Levi's, NASCAR, and more. Please join me in welcoming John to the stage.
See if I can get this thing out of here. There we go. How you guys doing this morning? All right? So I guess they brought me here just to kind of tell my story. I have to make a brief adjustment to that, though. It's actually, I'm now the CTO of Echelon Fit. I thought I was going to get hired, well, not hired. So we'll go into the story and then we'll tell that. As you can see, I'm pretty casual. I don't, normally this isn't my attire to work. It's usually gym shorts and a t-shirt and an Echelon hat. We do connected fitness. So the story how we got started is, I have a long history with UCF, pretty decent connection with UCF alumni. When I graduated UCF, she tells a story, I got my first job doing telecommunication sales in New York City, and it was after 9/11. So try to get into a building and try to sell telecommunications after 9/11. It just doesn't work, right? So I quit. I said, I love design. I quit, and I was like, I'll just take any job. I don't care what it is. I just want a job in design. So I got that job in design, got an internship. Then I called one of my friends from, I don't know if you guys know who Mike Hinn is. He owns Night Images. I said, hey, look, I'm looking for an internship. I need a job. I just want something in this field. And he said, I don't have anything for you. Sorry, man. He goes, but I do know this crazy guy called Lou Lanteni who went to UCF. He's looking for a job. So I went down to his house in Isleworth, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Look at this house. It's 3 stories tall. You know, this kid out of college, my first job was $24,000 a year. I was like, this is amazing. I'm going to work for this awesome guy. And he was this crazy, like, inventor guy, hired me on the spot. And we started doing some work together. From there, then I started my own company, right? I left a few years later, started a design company. And it's probably about 6 years after I had started that, he came back to me and said, hey, look, I'm launching this fitness product. I want to launch this on QVC. I've got this idea. Here's this circuit board. Do you think we can connect this to an app? And I had never done anything like that before, but I never say no, right? So I'm like, yeah, we can do it. Sure, I do that all the time. I just did it last week, as a matter of fact, no problem. So I get this thing, and I'm like, what the heck do I do with this? It's like this circuit board. It looks like a bomb, right? It's got this like clock on it, this weird stuff. So I call a developer buddy of mine. I say, hey, look, do you think we can do something? He goes, yeah, meet me at the Wawa at like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, all right, I'll meet you at a Wawa. So we drive over to this Wawa, and I'm standing outside, and we're like, where's the plug? So I run to an all-night Walmart, I buy an extension cord, and I come back to the Wawa, we plug it in, and we have this extension cord from, you know, Wawa has the outside tables? So I got an extension cord running from the outside table into the Wawa, into their plug, right? All of a sudden, all these police officers come by. I think somebody called in for a bomb, so we start packing it up. And then they come over and they start asking us what we're doing. And we start telling them, nobody called in for a bomb, so it was okay. I didn't get arrested or anything. We're good. It wasn't on the 6 o'clock news. So lo and behold, we start there at this simple Wawa, and we build this rudimentary app, right? We go and we present to QVC, and they go, man, this is great. We love this. And so they say, okay, we need it in 3 months. I need an Android and an iOS app in 3 months. And I need the prototype of the bike done. So I'm like, all right, well, Lou, you take care of the bike. I don't even want to hear about it. I got to go to work. So in 3 months, we get a very sort of basic Android and iOS app. The Android app wasn't very good. I think there was like some duct tape on the inside and the code, it's kind of like, but we got it done and we sold a ton of product on QVC. And that's how Echelon launched. We had a ton of sales from there. And then a few months later, we started getting real traction on our platform. We opened up a Facebook page. We had a whole user group, right? So we started building this user group. We're interacting with customers now. We're getting our user feedback. And then we get investment dollars from a company called NCP, which then really propelled everything, right? That's how I then became the CTO. I thought I was going to be the vice president. I was like, yeah, I want a VP title. That would be great, right? And then lo and behold, they just started calling me the CTO. So that's how that started, right? Pretty simple. They bought my company, which was Santo Design Group, brought me on. I have equity stake in the company. And so now we're solely focused on Echelon Fit, and we've built this really great platform that's now housed here in Orlando. I mean, how great is that, right? We have this huge platform. We're going to be hiring probably 10 to 12 more developers. I just hired 4 people this month to bring on to our company. So we're growing. I mean, through COVID, we grew probably about 300%, which was amazing, right? Everybody thought they were going to lose their jobs. We didn't fire one person. So we're able to keep all of our employees and hire. I think overall the company grew their employee base about 25 people in that time frame. So it's really exciting, and we're housing this here in Orlando. I don't outsource any of our work. Everything is here in the US, here Orlando locally. I positioned our office in the research park, so we're part of the UCF incubator. So we're right behind there with Siemens, Lockheed, the Naval Training Modeling Center. We're back there, and I bring a ton of students from UCF and Full Sail. So I really believe in growing the community and housing all of our development here. Matter of fact, Alan and I were just talking outside. We just built but expanded our office space to have a testing center now. So now we built a whole testing center where we're getting user feedback, inviting people in, even from the community. I mean, if you guys wanted to stop by and test the product, come on in and give us some feedback on the platform. It's an open platform for people to come in and give feedback. And that's really what we sort of started, was an open platform, not just for the users, but for the community as a whole, right? Tech people, industry. Matter of fact, I just had a talk with UCF, both UCF and Full Sail, for smart labs on campus, where we now can integrate with home technology, right? Some more IoT. Our products are uniquely positioned where they're in the homes of people every day. So we can do a lot more with that than just, right, exercise. So we can do more with connecting to Alexa, giving people why can't you jump on a fitness bike and say, hey, what are my appointments for the day? It tells you your appointments while you're riding. Why can't you look at emails while you're riding a bike? Get more done while you're doing more things. So hopefully that's good. It's a quick little story, a quick gist. I don't know, I can open up to questions if you guys have questions. But I'm really passionate about driving Orlando as a tech base and a tech hub. I really want to get more involved with the Creative Village and really push Orlando. It's a great city to be in, to live in. Taxes are low, cost of living is low, and you can get great paying jobs. And we find that within the tech industry, I don't know if you look at the numbers, a lot of employers are jumping around, right? They're here for a year and they leave. All of our employees stay because I feel a lot of it is Orlando, right? You get a good paying job in a good city that offers good cost, for housing, and so you have your employees staying longer. So I think the environment that you're in is also important, as well as the company culture. So I don't know, I can turn it over to questions. Alan, is there anything you wanted me to touch on? Yeah. Okay. Well, QVC is actually, it's tough to get on, right? We are uniquely positioned. The parent company of how they started is a company called Viatech Consumer Products. That's the company that I worked for with Lou, and I know I covered that pretty briefly. So in order to get on QVC, most of the time you're guaranteed sale. But since we have Viatech has like a 17-year history of TV products. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of the Hurricane Spin Mop. Have you guys seen that, QVC? That's Viatech. That's Viatech. The little quirky pivot powers, those little swervy extension cord things that you see, that's Viatech. All those quirky products are all from that platform. So a lot of these companies, QVC and HSN, they actually come to us to invent and produce products for them. So through that long history, I mean, if we go way back to the beginning, it really started with a company called, the full history started with a company called Lentech, right? So, and it's a great story because they were just about to go out of business, right? And this is a good thing, good note for PR, right? There's never bad PR. So they were just about to go out of business. The Orlando Sentinel did an article on their pest repeller. They went into the office the next day and the phones were ringing off the hook from one article. So they exploded. QVC got note of that product, right? Then they built that relationship with QVC, and throughout the years, they've become known as, hey, they have good manufacturing capability, they're good with technology. And so through that and their products selling over time, they formed a really good relationship with QVC. So one of the big things that you want to do is if you're trying to get on QVC, right, obviously first have a contact. The next biggest thing is to sell out. Sell out of your product in the 10 minutes, and then they will keep ordering. And we've done that time and time again. So that's how that relationship sort of got started from way back in the day, just from one news article. They got wind of it. It was actually, it wasn't QVC, it was HSN. Let me correct, because HSN's down in Tampa. QVC now has since bought HSN. So now they're kind of one company. But from that one article, HSN got wind of it, then purchased, I don't know, I think it was like 50,000 pieces, and it pretty much saved the day for the company. And then that's how Lou got started. Move started his other company. I ended up working for Lou, started my company, and then now we're back together, with the Echelon platform. So it's a really unique story and a really good story about how just your connections and doing events like this can lead to something even 15 years down the road, right? I didn't know this was going to happen when I graduated school, when I graduated UCF. It's just so events like this, which is why I think Alan's trying to get me out of my shell. Matter of fact, I was actually late this morning. Alan was sweating. I was testing we were releasing new software, so I was testing it, and all of a sudden I looked down at my watch. I was like, I gotta go. So I ran out. I almost forgot my jacket. I forgot my mask, so I was like a mess this morning, Alan had to come out with a mask, so. But yeah, is anything else you guys need me to touch on? I know I went through fast. So Echelon Fit's a unique platform, right? We have multiple modalities of fitness. So we have our connected bikes, which now we've grown to 7 different models of bikes. We have fitness mirrors. I don't know if you guys are familiar with fitness mirrors, what that's like. So we have fitness mirrors, we have rowers, and we just launched our treadmill today. So that just came out on the market today. So we're trying to be, whereas if you see some of our competitors in the market like Peloton, they have one product, right? We want to be that fitness platform for everyone, but we also want it to be an approachable fitness platform, right? Like real people, a guy that forgets his mask that's running the platform, that kind of stuff, right? But that's what we want, right? We don't want, if you see a lot of competitor commercials, they're in this $20 million house with a $75,000 platform and the bike's on it, and, everything's like perfect, and that's not real life, right? Real life is, you get up at 5:30 a.m. to take a class even though you don't want to. You're sweating. Then you have to get off at 5:45 because your kid woke up. And then you try to jump back on the bike to fix the class. Then you got to go take a shower and get ready for work. That's really what it's like, right? So we're trying to be that fitness platform for a lot of people. And it's really worked out for us. We have a lower cost bike, which is our model, right? So a lot of our competitors are $2,500 and above. Our top line bike starts at $1,500. And then it's a $40 a month subscription to be on the platform. Does that answer the question? Yeah, so and we have 2 studios. So one of our strategies also keeping jobs here within the state. Our tech hub obviously is here in Orlando, but we just opened a studio in Miami. We're opening another studio in Miami that's going to be a filming studio. So it'll really just have a bunch of bays where we're going to film all of our classes, and that's located here in Florida. And we have one in Chattanooga, Tennessee, where the corporate headquarters is, but I keep pushing everything down here. So that's, I really want it to be the tech hub. I think Orlando is the next up and coming. I mean, UCF just got voted top 100 engineering schools in the country, which is great, right? So that's all bringing, eyes on Florida and Orlando specifically. And so the more we can push that, the more I think just benefits everyone.
Can you talk some about this new treadmill? I just had one say, I worked on the iFit in Oregon.
Oh, yeah.
My neighbor has it, and it's,
You worked out on it or you worked on the platform?
I worked out.
Oh, I was going to say, do you need a job? We're going to bring you over. I'm hiring. Come on in. I don't. So one of the things I try to do is I stay off of all the competitor stuff, right? I don't care. I try to say I don't care what they do, but our treadmill is different, I think, in the fact that you can run the programs without the app, or you can use our app platform. So if you don't have a device, you can just use the treadmill. They're all pre-programmed on the treadmill. We obviously have the incline, the decline. It actually goes really fast. I don't know how fast the NordicTrack one is, but I put it on the top speed, and I was like, I cannot run that fast. There is no way. I'll be flying off the thing. You'll see my coffee cup go in the air. Yeah, I drink coffee while I exercise, okay? Sorry, just sue me, But yeah, I mean, it's a great platform, and our pricing is normally a lot more affordable than most.
Tell everybody, who is your favorite UCF football player? And how many games do you think we'll win this year?
To be honest, this year, I don't know. I'm nervous about this year. I know they cut the home game season short. There's only 4 games this year. I don't know this year. Honestly, my favorite football player of all time, and this is going to sound cheesy, but it was Dante Culpepper. It's when I went to school there. He was just, and I've met him a few times, and I've interacted with him a few times. Just a really solid guy. I mean, that's what I really respected about him. Even after he went to the NFL, he came back to the university, and he was willing to sign stuff for kids and just spent a lot of time with people. I just feel like when people get to a certain level and they don't get that big head about them, that really says a lot about their character. And I think that's far more important in life than any success or money or anything that you can make or do, is just keeping your character and staying true to who you are and appreciating where you come from. I mean, every day I'm thankful for where I'm at. Not to say like I'm, most successful person in the world, but it doesn't matter. I've reached a point in my career where I feel like I'm pretty successful with what I've done. I'm helping people live better lives. But at the same point, right, that could go away tomorrow, right? So you just have to be thankful for what you have every day. And that's something that I really respected about Dante. So more than his football ability to throw a ball 100 yards, it's that, yeah. Anything else? Did I bore you guys enough this morning? You guys need cappuccino now to wake up, or?
If somebody wants to do business with you, how do they do that?
If somebody would like to do business with us, you guys can email me. I can tell you my email address. It's santo@echelonfit.com. And I don't see anybody writing, so I don't know that anybody wants to do business with us. So we're good. It's fine. I won't have any emails when I leave. That's great. Oh, great. Awesome. So the fitness mirror, what do you guys want to know about the fitness mirror? The fitness mirror is a really cool piece of technology because, and this is what I was getting at before, right? We've designed it such that you can place it on your wall, and without doing any workouts, it looks just like a mirror on your wall. Gives you your weather for the day, gives you your time. Eventually, we're going to add more features to it. So voice control, where you can say, hey, Google Assistant, give me my appointments for the day. On the screen, it'll show you your appointments. So this product really bridges that segue to be a more effective piece of equipment in your home rather than just fitness, right? So this fitness industry sort of bridges the gap to lifestyle as opposed to just fitness. And that's really what we're trying to go at, right? Is offering more on these products than just fitness. One of the cool technologies we're working on right now is motion tracking. So, and ours is slightly different because it compares your movement to the instructor. Or a lot of these movements or a lot of these motion tracking softwares, you have to upload 1,000, fitness moves. So I got to upload curls, I got to upload squats, I got to upload cardio punches, or I got to upload all this information so the AI can analyze that and then match that to the user's movement. right? Ours will match it to the instructor, so I don't have to do any uploading. I don't have to match any of those moves or preload those moves. So our system will automatically track using wireframes, and it gives you form correction, right? So this could be very good for physical therapy. So now we're moving more from just, hey, this is a cool piece of technology and this is going to get you fit, to lifestyle, right? What are your lifestyle needs? Do you have, back problems? Okay, well, here's our therapy platform where you can now use your back problem. It's going to tell you your form. Or you're a super busy individual, right? Hey, give me my appointments for the day and tell me what workout can fit within my schedule. Here's 3 times for the day that you can work out. This is what we're trying to move towards, and I think that's what the industry needs to move towards, right? Technology should really, it shouldn't be a burden. Too many people are on like Instagram and Facebook to distract them. Technology should really help you move forward in your life, not take you a couple steps back. So that's what we're trying to do, is build that technology so it fits within your lifestyle and keeps helping you moving forward, helps you progress. You can learn stuff, right? So help your body learn to be better, help you move forward with that. We can even do stuff with, we're working on some cool things now, and this is, I don't want to say it's not like secret, but there's a lot of things you can do with brain health and cognitive health, which I think is a big part of fitness as well. So as we start adding these voice recognition services into these products, we can get a holistic health, I'm a lost word, like a profile of a user and say, hey, yeah, you've done X amount of workouts and you've performed 5% better, but your overall health, your sleep is better. Your cognitive health, because I know you're talking back to the machine, is better. This is really where I think technology should go, right? It should be a lifestyle sort of attachment, kind of like when we built the wheel, right? It pushed all this technology forward, and now people can drive in cars and drive wherever they want. We have all this freedom. The same can be done with the technology that we're working on now. It's not just for fitness.
Did I hear you say that you have a rower, fitness rowers?
We do.
My question being, my daughter is a rower at UCF on the women's team, and they have, because of NCAA, a lot of different rules right now as far as practicing and things like that they're constantly doing. I just kind of, in my mind, think, okay, you're right next to UCF.
Yes, tell them to come in and test the product and tell us what they think about it. Definitely, send me an email.
What I was going to say, if you might say athlete model, whatever that is, on those mirrors or whatever it is, the device, and if it is something that you could possibly partner up with those that are not able to do sports-related activities yet because of the rules, and I just didn't know if you had been connected with them yet, or.
We have not, but there is definitely a need. It's something I'm interested in. We just put a couple products in the UCF gym right before COVID, and then COVID hit, and it's not. Now we're working back to get that. They have a lot of, you have to get everything approved through their network and all, because we have Wi-Fi enabled products. So we're working through that now, but I'd definitely be interested in talking with them and maybe we get the row team a couple of rowers and they can start rowing and give us some. I'd love to team up with UCF and they can provide us maybe with some content, right? We'll hook some GoPros up to the front of their, and when we can get some content. I'm definitely interested in that. That's definitely, it's like on my list. We haven't gotten there yet. So if you want to have her email me or whoever their director is, if you know them, have them give me shoot me an email.
You mentioned physical therapy.
Yep.
Things like that. Are you going to take this to the medical field?
Yes, we actually have a couple facilities already interested in it. We even actually have facilities interested in training, so like training athletes, right? So on baseball swing, on golf swings. There's so much that we're going to be moving into with this platform, because what's unique about the mirror is that I can see myself while I'm working out, right? So I'm superimposed over the instructor. It's actually it's a mirror over a screen. So I can see myself and get that live feedback and actually correct my form as I'm moving. So we can help golfers get their perfect swing, baseball players. We can even go as far as doing pictures. I mean, once the technology gets moving and it starts learning, there's pretty much, I want to say there's not anything we really can't do, right? It's pretty amazing and pretty scary too. to think that technology has come that far, right? Where they can actually identify people by the way they walk. I don't know if you guys have known that. So you could have a full face disguise on, and just by me walking like this, I have a different walk than every one of you. And a computer can analyze that and say, that's John. That's not Alan. That's John. I know. Even if I had a full disguise and I looked like Alan, you know, like Mission Impossible, I would say, no, that's John, you know. But Alan got a few inches shorter. What's going on? Yeah.
You mentioned that you are getting VC money now. Is there any pressure from them to move you to California? Because I understand a lot of times they want tech companies in Silicon Valley.
Yeah, no, I mean, they sometimes ask that, but I have a whole presentation about why Orlando's the best. And we've got great numbers from the University of Central Florida. The fact that we're able to continue to grab talent and that we've pushed the platform from 0 to where we are to even be in the category to get VC money, you know, they look at that as a win. And then when I show them the numbers of, you know, salaries and where we can go and what we can do, I don't want to say on a tight budget, and I don't want to discount the talent that we have, but you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it at almost half the cost, depending on the positions. Right? There are some positions where that doesn't matter. When you start getting into higher up architect positions, it starts to level out. But in some of the lower end, like developer, junior level positions, it really helps out. But yeah, I mean, Orlando's really a strong push, especially the EA, Google. We're all looking here. We have that creative village now. And Silicon Valley really has seen sort of like a dive in, and you got people moving out of California in droves now. So that really helps us out. As long as I can keep the talent up and I can keep the retention on the membership, they'll leave me alone. If that starts dropping, then they're going to say, hey, wait, buddy, you know, we're going to start doing something over here. Right now we have 13. I just hired 4 more. I'm including one of those in the 13, so I just hired 4 more. So we'll have 15, 16 here, and then I want to hire 10 more within the next few months.
When you're looking at the mirror, for example, is that a live person?
I usually comb my hair. No. Well, yeah. I programmed it that way. It's like, you know, what is it? The Snow White in the mirror. You're the best. Oh, thank you so much.
But is this a live person doing?
So we do both. We have live and on-demand classes. So the way the platform works is we film our live classes, they go up live, and then they're loaded automatically into the system. We actually built an entire cloud trim tool, so all the videos get trimmed live, and then once they're saved, they're automatically uploaded into the on-demand library. Yep. Yeah, yeah. We actually film all the commercials in Orlando. So Santo Design Group was the production company that was doing. So I did video production and app. We still do all the filming here in Orlando too. So I'm keeping all of that here. So we also have a whole video production division that's here in Orlando that we film all of that with. So. Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah.
How is the user getting information after the workout as to the heart rate or anything else?
Both during and after. So you get, on the mirror, you get heart rate information, you know what zone you're in, your max heart rate, you get the calories that you're burning, and then there's a leaderboard at the bottom that shows you how high. So our system, we have we call it a heart track system, where we've devised sort of a point system based on how long you're in each heart rate zone. And then we try to keep you in the heart rate zone that's max for fat burning, right? So you get the most points for being in that zone. Because once you get outside of that zone, it's really hard to maintain. It's actually not good for you to be, unless you're an Olympic athlete, it's really not good to be in some of those zones for too long.
How is it collecting that data?
So we have a heart rate monitor that then gets provided, and it transmits to the machine. And then you get your progress afterwards. So it gives you a little graph of your heart rate throughout the workout, and then it saves it so you can go back and look at your progress. One of the things I was testing this morning while I was late is our new Leaderboard Platform, which we built an entirely new database system for that now tracks everything every second of the ride. So we're now going to give our users not only progress while they're riding, their progress after, but over time progress. So I can compare myself 7, 30, 60, 90 days, even a year, so that I can see where I'm going fitness-wise. Because It's really important for people. Once you start getting addicted to working out, it really becomes, okay, now how do I improve? All right, so that's kind of sort of that user journey that they go through.
So what is one or two business lessons that you've learned that you think everybody should know?
Okay, one of the biggest lessons I learned is test, 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 and then test again, right? In the beginning, we didn't have the luxury of testers. And even now, one of the big pushes, and we've actually just hired an outsourced test firm. I'm bringing a couple people in because we just can't test at the level. They have these firms that built these testing platforms that are incredible, right? It would take us years to build that testing platform. So we're hiring some people to help manage that sort of service. And really, when I say outsource, it's like just a bunch of people. We've got all these phones and devices on the wall, and they take them off and they run a bunch of manual tests. That is one of the things I would say. In our world, it's testing. In your world, it may be going through the document for the 10th time. It may be going over the deal for the 15th time. Double check your work. I can't tell you how many times when we didn't test something and we pushed it out and then we realized that, oh man, there was an issue with that. We missed that. So for us, especially in software and tech, test, 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 and build your background architecture first, right? We have so many products. Luckily, we built a good system in the back end. However, the sales cycle and the product development can often cause a lot of technical debt and can often cause a lot of issues if your back end platform isn't prepared to take those on. So make sure that and this can go for any business, right? This just doesn't mean for software. Make sure your foundation is super strong before you start just adding and expanding your business, right? If you're starting a design firm, all right, focus on design. As you get more design, you hire more people. Build that foundation and build your systems and processes. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to have too much stuff. Your process isn't going to be prepared for it, and you're going to end up getting, in our case, a bad review on the App Store. In your case, maybe an upset, client or customer. They're cutting me off. I'm done.
You got about 5 minutes if anybody else.
Oh yeah, anybody else have anything? I know I went I didn't really know how much time I had, so in the beginning I kind of went really fast. So apologize if there's anything you guys. He's flexing over there. I don't know it's gonna work. No. Yeah.
So who are your customers? Are you looking to sell to me or gyms or?
All of the above. So all of the above, right? We do sell to gyms. We have our Pro line, which is commercial grade equipment that we sell to gyms. Our biggest is end users, right? That's the biggest customer base that we can go after. And we definitely want to go after that base. So we have sort of two. We have our commercial platform, we have our normal customer base platform, and then we do have partnerships with other companies. We actually are opening studios in Colombia, in France, in Germany, and the UK. So that's happening right now as we speak. We already have the partnership set up. We already have our UK web stores already set up. Everything's rolling. The next step is just music licensing. That's a pain in the butt when you start doing what we're doing. It's a little crazy. We actually had to build a whole custom platform just to manage the music licensing. Mm-hmm.
Where is your equipment manufactured?
So our equipment is manufactured in China. But with the fact that we have a lot of customer data and our technology, that's all US based. I'm a big proponent. I will not even share. I mean, you should have been a fly on the wall with the music industry. They were trying to get some information. I was like, you're not getting it. Sorry. We don't share any customer information. So when it comes to our back-end system and our platform, which is all built in the cloud. So we don't house any equipment in-house. It's all built on AWS. That's only accessed by a few people, and we keep all of that here in the US. The product manufacturing, though, is in China.
So with the data in the cloud and all this stuff, are you subject to any kind of compliance, like Hipaa compliance?
So HIPAA compliance, not so much, because we don't really, it's not like medical data. It's just heart rate and what they did for their workout. But we do have to worry about GDPR. And so that's something, and California just passed a new law, and they're passing laws almost every day about privacy, where we have to worry about the customer now has to be able to delete their information whenever they want. Which, I don't know if you do software development, but if you just delete one account and it's attached to a bunch of other accounts and to other systems, that could cause a lot of issues. So then you have stuff with like soft deletes, but it can't be a soft delete. So
Once it's on the internet, it's always on the
it's always there, but the customer feels good because they can click delete. You know, that's really, if you guys have ever seen, go watch The Social Dilemma on Netflix. Whatever you do on the internet, everybody knows what you're doing. You can't delete it. Take privacy on your phone, put a VPN. They know what you're doing. Just don't do anything bad and you'll be fine. Just know that they're watching you. Keep your Alexa unplugged if you're not using it.
What areas are you finding to be your largest customer base? What areas are you most focused on personal business?
You know, it's crazy. I had a preconceived notion where I thought it was going to be people from, maybe 28 to like, my age, so like, mid 40s, right? We're finding that once we launched this platform, I actually talked to a lady the other day who, believe it or not, she has an oxygen tank. She's 72. And she just got a tattoo of our logo on her arm. She sent us the picture. So it's a wide range of customers, right? It's really crazy. I think what's great about this in-home platform and the way that society is going as a whole, people are getting more aware of their health, right? We're more concerned with that. So it's a wide range. But our majority of customers, if I looked at the demographic data, it's probably like 35 to 50. But we do extend, all over. So that's why if you look at our platform, we have a wide array of classes. We have like 10-minute classes, beginner classes, just getting started for all those people. So yeah, actually on the community page, they call her Mama Echelon. She's on there, so yeah. All right, I'm cut off, guys, so it's...
Thank you so much. I gotta put the little hat on. All right, before I do door prizes, I have a few announcements. If you are not a member of the chamber yet, see Christina before you leave. She will credit the price of your ticket today. If you're on Zoom and you call her before the end of the day, she'll credit your Zoom ticket. We also have some exciting events coming up this month. Seminole Tech Zoom Edition will be next Wednesday, and it is about home technology. Altamont MD is hosting our business after hours next Thursday. On October 15th, you can meet all of our Seminole County mayors and find out what is going on in their cities. And that is a hybrid event, so you can come in person or on Zoom. So please make sure to register for those upcoming events. We also have our Seminole Business Resource Showcase live the whole month of October at seminoleshowcase.com. And now I know you guys want to know who the door prize winner, but one more thing. Thank you again to our sponsors, Next Horizon, Hylant, Waste Pro, J. Wayne Miller Company, and the Orlando Law Group for sponsoring. And thank you to Louis from 1AV for providing our AV and Zoom capabilities. Thank you, Lake Mary Event Center. And thank you, Zaza New Cuban Diner, for a $25 gift card. And the winner is Karen Rayborn. Thank you all and have a great Seminole County day.